All right. Well, welcome everybody to the first Demand Channels podcast. We're going to be doing 52 of these shows throughout the year, which is every Wednesday. We're going to bring you 15 minutes of a single idea on how you can improve your hotel's revenues. Real quick, what is a demand channel? Demand channel is something that you set up, that you own, and then whenever you need occupancy, you're able to push a message. You're able to push your own marketing through that channel and create a response. So that's what this is all about. Simple ideas so you can create a response and improve your revenues. So I'm here with Philippe Machaz. Hey, Philip, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Jeremiah?
Doing great. Thanks for joining me. A little bit about Philip, for anybody that doesn't know him. He's a third-generation hotelier. He's here from Portugal, living in La Jolla. Which one's better, would you say?
I don't know. Depends.
It's a tough one. How's the weather in La Jolla today?
Weather in La Jolla today, it's overcast. So it's not so good, and it was actually raining, so it's not typical La Jolla.
Right. So it's going to be clear tomorrow, and then another 300 days of sun.
Exactly. So that's the idea. I'll show you next time. I'll show you outdoors. I can see the sky from here. We can go on a little tour of the La Jolla sun.
That sounds perfect. And that ties into our simple idea today for how hoteliers can improve their revenues, which is to sell your area, to sell the environment around your hotel in the 1 mile radius around your hotel. Sell location. So what do you say about this, Philip? What's your perspective?
I really believe that it's really important for an hotel to tell a story. And I've been working for the past 12 years in this industry. I've lived in hotels all my life, okay? And I've seen that successful projects are the ones that really tell a story and that they tap with the location. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So it's all about bringing the local experience into, obviously nowadays, into the digital format, so you can push that as a sales message. And I really believe it's important also just to involve the community in your project. And I think since I was a kid, I could see that on the food that we would use in the restaurants, in the hotel restaurants, everything, right? It's not just about bringing the experience; it's bringing the food, it's bringing the local providers, the local producers. So it's a little bit, it's kind of like a broad concept that really works well for everyone.
Okay, so you're saying that showing pictures of your local environment should also include the local culture, the local businesses, events, things like that. Is that right?
Yes, and I think that's really unique. And looking at the way the internet works, right? So people start traveling. They are not just searching for a place to sleep. They are searching for a place to spend their 10 days of vacation. So you really need to explain them that your location is the best place in the world. So mm-hmm. They can actually go and fly there and visit that location. So I think that's exactly what hotels need to do. So they need to bring all their experience, all the work that they've done for the years that they've been operating on that location into a digital format. Mm-hmm. So they can actually push that into the internet, obviously into Google, mm-hmm. and use that as kind of a footprint. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. of their hotel, of their location, and also being a voice for their local community. I think that's really important and value. So I think that will bring respect, and I think eventually that will bring happiness for everyone.
Yeah, no, I agree on the the digital footprint idea, and it kind of brings a hotel in San Diego to mind called the Surfer Hotel. That if that's their brand, then it also makes sense that they have photos of 20 places within 20 miles, which are great places for surfers, right? Why wouldn't they see their website as less of a brochure for their hotel and more of a portal of discovery, right?
Correct. Yeah, I think many of the hotels nowadays, if I think about a little bit about this, many of the hotels are developed to kind of just catch people who are looking for a room. Mm-hmm. Okay. So as we know, many of the searches, the hotel searches, they start at TripAdvisor, at Booking.com and Expedia, but we are forgetting that, and I think we've talked about this before. So let's invent here a nice trip. Okay. Let's go to Bali. Okay. Most probably if I'm going with you to Bali, most probably I'll not start with the hotel, right? I don't really want to sleep with you in the same room. So I'm going to start with I don't know what I'm going to do outside. Where are we going to have drinks? Where are we going to have fun? I don't know, where can we surf? Where can we just absorb all the beautiful culture that we have in Bali? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to start with that room. I think the room will be like the least exciting part of my trip. Mm-hmm. But obviously, if the hotel does a good job kind of pushing and curating that content to you, maybe it would be a good place to start. Mm-hmm. And obviously, if I'm there and if I say, oh, there's a great package here that I don't know, I'll have a bicycle, a surfboard, and a room. Like, well, maybe I'll just book that, and I can. And I think hotels are not bringing and creating packages to show or to bring value, and I think that's one of the reasons they are losing it for the OTAs. And I think that obviously that's another topic of discussion. But it's something that I believe it's important. But again, bringing the I think so. Now, how can we do this, right? So obviously bringing all the work that you have done during the years into a digital format, it will really help. And you could. And I like the fact that you are kind of also giving a plug to local providers. Do you understand?
Yeah,
that eventually they'll plug you back. Do you understand? So I was working with a small property in Maine the other day, and I was working on the strategy behind the breakfast page. Mm-hmm. And the owner was telling me that, oh, I put a lot of effort. I tried to buy organic. I tried to buy to just put local, fresh, whatever in the menu. And I was like, okay, let's put here their names. Do you have like a person who you buy the eggs every week or every morning or every weekend? Yeah, sure, I have. And I have this one that I buy the bread, and it's always the same people in the same family. And I think that's really a good, way to work. I don't know, at least it's my style.
It's very cool. And so let's take that idea and let's get into, that's a great example, right? The eggs, the bread. Let's get into some more examples of what types of things that people can focus on in their local environment. For example, I say that when you're curating these different, you could call them day trips, right? You should also think about the different guest segments. Business people will want to find a business restaurant, and families will want to find this type of park. What other things would you say people should consider?
Before going there, I think it's just on the technical side. many of the, I don't know, most of the hoteliers, as we know, they are not necessarily very into technology, and I think that's just part of who they are, and I think it's not a problem. But sometimes they don't understand that the website it's like an iceberg, right? So you have the main menu that, I don't know, obviously needs to point to the home page, to the rooms page, to the special offers, to the location. Okay. So those are like the 5 most visited pages. But below that, you can have like a huge array of pages, okay, that will tap into specific groups of people, specific events, specific packages that you do. Do you understand? So it's really important just to divide and segment the not just the guest, but your packages, your events, and everything. So I think that's great. So just tapping and creating landing pages for the business traveler who's just staying 24 hours in San Diego, and maybe you should see this, and that, and we have a 24-hour great restaurant next to our hotel. Do you understand? I think that really makes a difference. And I think one of the ideas that I always have is like, okay, if I'm running an hotel, I should put all the digital content, all my art, all my paper content into digital, right? Into the website. So it plays an SEO role. So it plays an important aspect on the SEO side. But I should also use that as a concierge. And when someone just knocks my door and say, hey, what's the best taco in San Diego? And say, oh, you should check this great article that I wrote about Oscars, and they have the best fish taco. Do you understand? So it's kind of like calling things by the name and just putting you in front of your website and say, okay, I'm the owner of the hotel, or the GM, or whatever, or the front desk manager, and this is the best taco in San Diego, and I've been there like a million times. Do you understand? And I think that's really unique and different.
And I think when the front desk manager is recommending this, and the housekeeping service managers recommending that, and the room services managers recommending this, it creates a lot of personality. So it's not just pulling in the local area, but it's pulling in the local people, right?
Yes. And I think that's really interesting also if you just close that with reviews, because when you get personal, people, it's not just about having a beautiful room, right? Okay, beautiful room could be anywhere else, but having I don't know, like just meeting a nice person in the elevator, I think that's kind of like it's the next step. Do you understand? So if you really want to work your reputation, you really need to teach your staff to say hello, to give their own recommendations, to tell them what was their family favorite location and fish taco. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So those are very simple concepts that I think they kind of like go and they come back into reputation and everything. So it's a very simple concept, but it's not very easy to implement.
Well, I was just going to say, you speak about the staff saying hello. We all have phones with cameras. If you just got your staff all together for a 5-minute meeting and said, hey, today I would love for you guys to, this weekend, pick 5 things that you really like in the local area, take a picture, and bring them back, and we'd love to put together these little itineraries with a couple comments. We'll put your picture there, give you credit. That can start that conversation with guests.
Sure.
Know that you're a real person. So that might be a real quick way to get started on this type of project for people.
Yeah, sure. And I think that's also a motivation for your people, right? So
and there we go.
15 super fast.
Sharp. Is there anything else you want to leave on?
No, I think it's I'm really excited with this new podcast idea. So we need to put them live as soon as possible.
Yep.
And I'm really looking forward to the next one and kind of like evolve into this open conversation. So I think the if someone has I don't know if there's any comments out there, just let us know that we will try to follow some ideas, and I think that's but thank you, and happy 2018.
Exactly, happy 2018. And so anybody, please leave a comment right below this video, and next Wednesday 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be talking about how to leverage the business relationships that you already have in the local community with the cake shop, the surf shop, the local car rental agency, and create a demand channel that lets you get bookings from them for a very small, friendly commission, where you keep the money in the community and create a lot of goodwill. So until then, have a great week and hope to talk to you soon. Okay. Thanks, Philip.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks.